What's up, everybody? Shauna D Man here. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are doing great. Hope you guys are having yourselves a great weekend. We are back with another episode of the Auburn Podcast channel here for the 2024-ish, 2025-ish year. And what a day it was for the Auburn Tigers as they go to Lexington and beat Kentucky 94-78 in a game where Auburn pretty much led majority of the way. Kentucky led early, like 19 seconds or so in the first half of the game, or in the first part of the game. But a lot of people did not get to see the second half, or at least the rest of the second half of the game, because for some reason the ABC, ESPN had technical difficulties, and about the 11-minute mark, the feed for the game goes out, and it's and people are there's like 11 minutes left in the game, and people are kind of like, where's what are we doing? What's going on here? And you had to find ways. I think Andy Burcham with the Auburn was the Auburn program, who does the radio and everything. They turned the camera that's on their desk. They turned it to face the court so fans could watch the game. I hate this color. I know this is very random. I'll take that. That's better. And so, but it was just ridiculous that Auburn fans could not necessarily see the conclusion of this game. At a certain point, you were able to go on to ESPN News and watch the rest of the game, but whatever. But with the win, Auburn clinches the SEC, at least a share of the SEC. They need Alabama to lose, and at the time of me recording, it looks like it's about to potentially go into overtime with Tennessee. Very much need Tennessee to pull out this win in order for Auburn to outright claim the regular season SEC title. Otherwise, if Alabama wins, they do still got to play Florida. But if Alabama is able to beat Tennessee and Florida, then it'll all come down to next Saturday in Neville with the regular season finale between Auburn and Alabama. So we'll just have to see on how things shake out. But as far as the game goes, it was something, to say the least. Let's see. So 94-78, and in a game where Janai Broome did not really perform well, which was very shocking, you had other people step up. And that's the thing about this basketball team. On any given night, somebody can go off for 20 or more points, and it happened here. Chad Baker had himself 22 points. I think on Wednesday he had 22 points. But Miles Kelly, 30 points. He shot the lights off in Rupp Arena tonight, and it was just, he had himself a game. Even to Todd Pettiford having at least 3 straight games of not really producing much scoring, had himself 21 points. And again, that's the thing. Janai Broome, 9 points. He didn't have himself a great offensive game, but everybody else stepped up and made it, that much better for this Auburn basketball team. And it's hard to defend this team. Defensively, they played outstanding. Now, Kentucky did turn it over a good bit. But a lot of people were worried there was going to be this weird, maybe there's going to be some kind of official. Hold on, sorry. Like I said, I'm recording this as the Tennessee Alabama game's going on, and I'm trying to. Oh, there must have been an offensive foul. So Tennessee's getting the ball. It looks like. Let me put this here so I can. Maybe. I think yeah. But sorry, I'm checking this out as well to see. But anyway, and Chaney Johnson again. He didn't give you much this game. 3 points. Chris Moore, 5 points. Good for him. They even brought it up during the announcement. Like he averages 1 point, I think 1.1 a game or something along those lines. All right, here we go. Let's see. Tennessee beat Alabama. All right, so that means Auburn officially is the outright SEC regular season champions. Oh my goodness. What an ending of a game. Listen, this just makes my night extremely better. Extremely better. Auburn's the SEC champs outright. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Auburn is the SEC champs of one of the toughest basketball conferences in the country right now. And insane. Insane. But anywho, back to us talking about the Auburn Kentucky game. And so as the game went on, like foul trouble was also annoying too, because look at this. Two guys with 4 fouls, three guys. Actually, you have 3 guys with 4 fouls, 3 guys with three fouls, and Denver Jones. He went out. He hasn't come back in. I think I saw maybe his mom wrote on Twitter talking about he may. I think it was like a bruised bone or something like that. He may be out for the Texas A&M game and the Alabama game next week. So obviously we're just gonna wait and see how things go in regards to that. But that would be a loss. That means Todd Pettiford will have to definitely step up at the point guard position. That means you would probably have to get JP Pegues a lot, more involved with the offense to be the backup point guard. But man, Auburn they handled business. They handled business tonight against Kentucky. See what I hate when it does this. Let's do this. Give me what I want. I don't know. I think it wants to be annoying. There we go. So as far as stats wise goes, 51% from the field, 12 of 16. Now, really a large majority of those came from, 10 of those came from Miles Kelly. 46% from 3. Free throws were about, Kentucky had a little bit more in the second half. They were definitely calling things differently because, you could watch one of Kentucky's players, just barrel roll himself into the driving lane. He gets a foul call, and it happened 2 or 3 times. And so I was kind of like, okay, if that's the case, if that's how they're going to call the game, then you should definitely try to drive into the lane to get some foul calls. But listen, it is what it is. Auburn got the win. That's all I care about. Both about even from the free throw percentage wise. Now Kentucky did dominate rebounding. It is what it is. It's just it is what it is. Just not really too worried about it. Assists. Auburn had more steals, more blocks. Not a lot of blocks in this game. Kentucky had 18 turnovers, and that's what definitely helped Auburn. Points off turnovers. Auburn had 21 points. Kentucky had 9. At a certain point in the game, it was, I think, 11-0. Fast break points, Auburn, which is something I talked about, I believe on Wednesday or Thursday's video, where I was talking about how Auburn hasn't done much when it comes to fast break points in quite a good bit. But they did in this game. Points in the paint. Obviously, Kentucky, dominated that. Fouls, 25 fouls compared to Kentucky's 19. Is what it is. And again, typically when you're playing at home, the calls do get more skewed towards you And it definitely was like this in this game. There was even a point, maybe I can't remember what the timestamp was. I saw from Ike Jones of the War Report. It was like Kentucky fans were already leaving, heading for the exits because they knew it was over. Like Auburn's largest lead was as you see 22 points. Like Auburn definitely handled business against Kentucky, and they won the SEC title, regular season title. So they handled business. So now, because I think another thing was too, Janai Broom, he hurt his shoulder, but it looks like he was able to come back in and continue for a little bit. And then once the game was securely out of reach, Bruce probably pulled him and just had him sit for a little bit. So now 2 games left. We got Kentucky. We got Texas A&M on the road. I believe it's Wednesday night. I think it's Wednesday night. Let's see. No, Tuesday night. 8:00 tip off, which I really do hate, but it is what it is. And then you wrap up the regular season with Alabama coming to Neville Arena. So, yeah, man, it's. And then you're more than likely going to lock up the number. So you're the regular season champs. You're going to lock up the number 1 seed for the SEC tournament. You're going to get that double bye. You are more than likely going to be the number 1 overall seed in the NCAA tournament. Like there's, I don't see how. I don't see how Auburn's not. You know what I mean? When was this last updated? This was updated yesterday. So as of right now, Joe Lunardi, see what we got. So the South region right now, we will play the 16 seed. That stayed about the same, but now it's either Auburn will play Vanderbilt or Illinois in the round of 32. Now, again, we got to wait and see how things play out with some of these other conference tournaments and stuff like that. But and then potentially, could potentially play in Michigan or Clemson in the round in the Sweet 16. So that could be interesting. But listen, I am relatively happy. Auburn got the win. They're the outright SEC champions. It has just been a great year for Auburn basketball, but the job's not done yet. You still got an SEC title that you want to win. Janai Broom and National Player of the Year. I don't think this small performance hurts him because I think a lot of people are like really because I think he's the favorite now. The last time I checked, because listen, no disrespect to Cooper Flagg, but the competition is not comparable right now between the SEC and the ACC. You know, Broom is he's playing outstanding. Like he had this one game where he didn't do much, but guess what? He has 2 more games plus an SEC conference tournament to play in. He has an opportunity to really set things and lock things down for the National Player of the Year. You still got March Madness. You still got a national championship that you're in the hunt for. And this team, if they continue to play like this, they are more than likely going to win the national title. It is no doubt in my mind they can win the national title this year. Now, obviously, it's a crapshoot when it comes to the tournament because a lot of it depends on matchups. But Auburn has shown throughout this season it doesn't really matter the matchup. Auburn can still win. Auburn can still beat you. It's going to take a historic bad night for Auburn shooting wise for them to be beat, like we saw with Florida. You know, Janai Broom didn't play well. I think Chad Baker-Mazara didn't play well. I can't remember somebody else didn't really play well either. So we'll see. But guys, thank you for hanging out. Thank you for watching. Be sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Be sure you comment below. And other than that, I will see you guys in the next video. Y'all have a good one.